What's up YouTube, Sonomo here, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. As you guys may already know, Oob is still not inside Dragon Ball Legends, and I really want him inside Dragon Ball Legends, so maybe if enough of us ask for Oob to get inside the game, maybe we can finally have him in the game. Sorry for the short delay, and let's get straight to the video. You already ate almost all of your ice cream. Yeah, you did. Yes, you did. You ate like half of it already.
It's not even half.
You stupid. As you guys may already know, there is a lot of tags in Dragon Ball Legends, and let's talk about the very best one, Minions. Who even is the best unit for Minions though? Only Minions got like Cell Jr. and Cybermen. Who even is the best Cell Jr.? The extreme one? Isn't there only like an extreme one that's below average even for extreme standards? Yeah, Minions are the worst tag in the entire game. If you lose the Minions, you are probably one of the worst players in this entire game. That's just the honest truth. Let's talk about 42nd place, and that goes to the tag Angels. If you guys don't know, Angels is only Whis and Vados. And real talk, how does Vados got sparkling before Whis did? That doesn't make any sense. But these guys are really good paired together, but they are extremely fragile, and I highly don't recommend just only using the two of them. They're meant for support, and that's what they're used for. Number 41 goes to Super Saiyan 3 tag, and I honestly hate the fact that they're not as good as it seems when it comes to Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan. The only good unit in that tag so far is Super Saiyan 3 Purple Goku. He will hard carry the entire team. I love Goku is still decent, but he isn't one of the best units, and Gotenks flopped. Kefla's way better. And if you pulled Gotenks, you're probably in your feels right now knowing that he's probably one of the worst units in the entire game. Number 40 probably goes to Team Bardock, and that's honestly surprising judging from the fact that every other tag in this game, it comes out as number 40. Team Bardock has a lot of damage that can dish out, but it's very, very limited due to the fact that you're going to have one of your units get defeated just to get the ball rolling. And even if Bardock is the last stand unit, there's so many units that can cancel his buffs nowadays. It's not even funny. And now he's right back to being the worst unit in the entire game. He's fragile. He has a good cover change, but that's about it. Let's go to number 39. This tag is honestly garbage just because Rosie and Final Form Frost is here. The units on here isn't bad, it's just that they're way better on their own divided team. You're not going to see Baby Vegeta, Great Saiyan Man 2, and Ribrianne break it down on the entire PvP meta. It just doesn't happen, so this is where this tag belongs. Number 38 is the Twins tag. Most of the units on this tag, just like number 39, is really good, is that there's really no point in running Android 17, Champa, and Beerus together. You just don't see that happen. They're either on androids or God of Destruction and God Key. That's where they belong. Number 37 goes to Absorption. Just use Regen. There is no reason to use Absorption over Regen. Regen is 1,000 times better. And if I see you running Absorption, props to you, but literally just pop them on Regen and you'll do just fine. Number 36 goes to the non-existent tag called Merging. They don't buff each other. They're not good with each other. Just don't use them. Use their own respected tags like Regen and Absorption, and just go straight to number 35. Number 35 probably goes to one of my favorite tags, and it hurts to say this, but Super Saiyan 4 isn't that good. All three of them are really good when you link them together, but they are not that prevalent inside the meta right now. Red Vegeta gets killed in 2 cards. Super Saiyan 4 Goku is the only good one out of all of them. And Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the purple one, yeah, he gets demolished even though how tanky he is. It's honestly a shame. They need to bring more Super Saiyan 4 units into the game. Add Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, then we'll talk. Number 34 probably goes to Super Saiyan 2. When you have them all linked together, Super Saiyan 2 Shallot and Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, with a hint of that new Zenkai Trunks, they can absolutely go down. But I highly don't recommend using this team unless you have all 3 of them, and 2 of them you have to have Zenkai 7 for this team to work. And that's about it. Number 33 goes to Super Saiyan Rose. Both of the Rose units inside the game is stupidly broken, especially the green one. But if one of them get Rising Rush, you're practically screwed. So I don't highly recommend using this team. I recommend using them on God Key and they'll do just fine. Trust me, one of them is an amazing bench and one of them is an amazing offense. You will not regret using them. Number 32 probably goes against one of the most annoying teams in the entire game. And that team is Shadow Dragon. I'm not sure if you guys ever went against 2 Sin Shinrons and 1 Omega Shinron, but it's honestly insane. 2 of them just debuffs the absolute crap out of you, and one of them keeps buffing the Shadow Dragons. Their synergy is through the roof, and all they need is a good bench that helps buff them even further. And I kid you not, this team will be top tier. But currently right now, they only lie in number 32. Number 31 is definitely God Key. They have phenomenal units, but just using Shaolin, Zenkai, God Vegeta, and Purple God Goku, that sounds like a good team, but they don't function well enough. 2 of them is highly defensive, and Shaolin really needs a long time to build up. You want to use them on a hyper-offensive team, and most of them is mainly used for just bench. I don't really see that many of them, and I just rather see any other purple unit than just Purple Goku.
Number 30, I think, goes to God of Destruction. Now, this team, I think, is actually really good for the field. You have Champa, who's there for the reduced damage, which as he can also degrade the opponent. And there's Green Beerus. His main ability lock is phenomenal, which has is really good. And there's Yellow Beerus for clout. That's all he's just there for.
Number 29 goes to Otherworld Warrior. The units on that tag is pretty good. Like, they have Zenkai Gogeta, they have Red Python, Green Gogeta, Super Kaioken Goku, and Super Saiyan 3 Goku. What do you think?
I haven't used the team, so.
But yeah, that's where they belong. They belong right here. They're good units, but I don't think they really buff each other. They don't really synergize that well. The only people that synergize is Red Python and Red Gogeta. And if you're going to use that team, you might as well just use Red, Green. Number 28 goes to Universe 6. The problem isn't the units like Hit, Vados, Kefla, Champa, and Kaba. All of them seem really good on paper, but then you realize they don't really buff each other. Not to that much of a high degree. They don't have that good of a bench, and they probably would have been amazing units if they all just buffed each other. I would see them a lot more in PvP. And you can still run into them on PvP, but it's just not that relevant of a team. Number 27 goes to the tag Namekian, and I'm honestly surprised that they made it this far into the video. You have a lot of good units on this tag, and they can run pretty well together. You got the Zenkai Piccolo, you got DKP, Nail, Lord Slug, Green Piccolo, and they all work really well together. The rest could be used for bench, and they're synergized really well. I'm honestly surprised they did do so well inside the meta. You still won't run into them often, but don't be shocked that you may get shredded by one of these teams due to all the buffs that they can get. Number 26 goes to the tag Potara, and it's honestly shocking that they have exactly 6 units, and most Potara teams that you'll run into only use these 6 units. All of them is really good. Red Vegito, the worst one out of all of them, is extremely good. It was till this day. He's a tank god. You got Kefla, Zamasu, Vegito, and Yellow Vegito, and Purple Vegito. All of them is really good together, but the problem is they don't really buff each other. They're mainly meant for Fusion Warrior, and that's about it. Number 25 goes to the tag Fusion, and I really only put them over Potara just because they actually have a character that buff Fusion. They have a lot of color variety, and they're really good and synergize really well. They also have a leg up on Potara because they got 2 really good Zenkais, and I'm hoping that the Purple Gotenks get a Zenkai. Let's go straight to number 24. Number 24 goes to, surprisingly, the tag Super Warrior. You would expect them to be god-awful, but you got Extreme Yamcha, Extreme Tien, and Extreme Purple Krillin. Extreme Purple Krillin tanks like an absolute god. Yamcha has really good death buffs, and he's really good like offensively. And Tien as a last man stand is honestly one of the better units in the game. Highly underrated team. I hope I was able to see them more on PvP, but it just doesn't happen too often. But you gotta keep your guard up when you see them from time to time. From this point on inside the video, there are not bad teams. They're actually really valuable teams, just they get outclassed by any other team above this list. And starting off at number 23, we got the Ginyu Force. Ginyu Force, when they first released with the extreme units, they was ruling over the PvP. I kid you not, birders seemed impossible to get past. Like, this man was just zip zap around the entire game. You could not hit him. He will hit you in 2 hits and you'll just question why all your health is gone. Raccoon will just not die. You could rising rush him 3 times and this man will come right back. Captain Ginyu on God has one of the buffs that confuses me. He buffs himself, he buffs the Ginyu Force, and if you have more Ginyu Force members, he buffs them even further. Jace is okay, and Gudo, he's not too special, but that immobilization, the heavy one, yeah, it's not that bad. But this team can still be used today, but you won't see them too often, but I'm still scared to face them half the time. Like, if I run into a 14-star version of this team, keep your guard up and hope for the best. Number 22, as much as I hate this team, I have to give my respect. It's Universe 2. Ribrianne is annoying to deal with, and Rosie and Kakumsa by her side makes her an absolute monster as the last stand unit. People sleep on this team way too hard than they absolutely should. This team is underrated and needs more recognition. Like, I once fought this team and they absolutely slaughtered me. It was honestly disrespectful about how much they molested me right there. But honestly, this team is really good. I highly recommend using it, especially if you have them a high star amount. You may actually get annoyed with their voices, but it's a price to pay for salvation. Number 21 is also a highly underrated team, despite it only being number 21 on this list. It's the Legends Road team. And honestly, this team in particular was absolutely garbage before the Zenkai system came out. And now recently, almost everyone on this team besides Fused with Kami Piccolo, Yardrat Goku, and Great Saiyan Man and Gohan team. How is he a teen? Hold on, he goes to college. The Zenkais on this team is extremely good, but the fact that they do so much better on their own respective team is honestly insane. Like, the Trunks Youth does way better on Future with the LF Gohan than anything else. Goku Youth could run on this team, but you really want to run them on Saiyan and Dragon Ball Saga. Gotenks, Fusion Warrior, and that's about it. There goes the team. Each one of them just leaves off. They buff each other extremely well, but when do you really see this team run together? Number 20 goes to the furry community, Universe 9. You really only want to use these 3 if you're a furry. They're really good, but not that good. That's just a short, brief explanation. They're all annoying. Bergamo's probably my favorite one, not gonna lie. Lavender is just annoying to go up against, and Basil is not that much of a threat. But they could really run well together. You won't run them on Rival Universe, and that's pretty much it. Number 19 goes to GT, and I'm honestly disappointed in Dragon Ball Legends for this. How have they got more characters in Rival Universe than GT? Heck, we don't even have Oob yet in GT. We don't have no baby Gohan, no baby Goten, no Super Saiyan 3 Kid Goku. No, it's honestly amazing how they keep cucking GT like this. They're a good team. They work really, really, really well together. They buff each other through the roof, and I'm honestly disappointed once again in Dragon Ball Legends for making this decision. Number 18 is a brief discussion. It's just a better version of Ginyu Force. It is the Frieza Force. Just slap Frieza on that team and Broly, and boom, you have a good Frieza Force team. They all have amazing buffs just like the Ginyu Force team, but now the Ginyu Force members, Frieza and Broly, all have really good synergy instead of being a predictable Ginyu Force team running only Birder, Ginyu, and Raccoon. Now you can run Frieza, Raccoon, and Guldo if you feel like it. Number 17 is the Tag Kids. The units on Kids, and this sounds like a broken record, once again, all of them are really good units. It's just that they work better on their own respective team. Kid Goku works best on either Dragon Ball Saga or GT, and the Hybrid Saiyans work way better on Hybrid Saiyan with LF Gohan. And I'm looking at LF Goten specifically. He buffs people through the roof, and just use Hybrid Saiyan or GT, and I'm telling you, you'll get way better results. Number 16, and this may come to a surprise to you guys, is Universe 11 tag. They work extremely better on Rival Universe. This is a tag that I'm not really going to talk about You guys already know why Jiren is OP. You already know why Topo is a god. You already know why Dispo is annoying to deal with. But there is one tag where every unit from a rival universe, no pun intended, works extremely well together. So I'm not gonna really talk about this tag, but they're really good nonetheless. The next top 15 is honestly some of the most relevant teams that you will probably see in PvP every day. Each unit I'm about to list after this point is honestly going to be shown time after time after time after time after time. You're going to question why you only see these 15 teams, but it's 15 and we have to have some honorable mentions. Okay, so we didn't talk about the episode sagas from the movies or Dragon Ball Saga. I'll put them somewhere around top 13 and top 11. They really work really well together. I'm really glad that they paid attention to Dragon Ball Saga, and let's get to the top 15 tags. Number 15 is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. You may be looking at me like, why am I such an idiot? But honestly, a lot of the characters that you see is probably Zenkai Goku or Vegito Blue or Vegito Blue or Vegito Blue or Vegito Blue. Now you get the point. Vegito Blue is highly everywhere inside of PvP right now. You probably see 20 Vegito Blues before you even see one Gogeta Blue. It's honestly crazy. And this tag really works well together. They are top tier units. Every single last one of them. Top tier. Besides Purple Vegeta. He's kind of trash, but we don't talk about him. And number 14 is where we go next. Yeah, cut! Number 14 goes to the Tag Vegeta family. Now, don't come at me with the pitchforks yet. They're all extremely good. I'm not gonna lie, they're really good. Majin Vegeta and LF Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta is all extremely good units. It's just that they don't have that much firepower and defense. They highly lack in defense. I'm pretty sure you could probably one-shot the entire team with Merges Matsu if you have them enough stars. That's just how it goes. Some family, on the other hand, got a lot of defense and a lot of offense. And just like every other tag on top of this list, they just have just a little bit more than Vegeta family. And this is why they belong in number 14.
Number 13 goes to the powerful opponent tag. Why? It's because of Fusamasu, Goku Black, Jiren, Shenron, Full Power Broly, and that freaking transforming cell. We all see you. They're just all a toxic team. That's all I had to say.
Number 12 goes to the Super Bardock team. If you want to know what the Super Bardock team, I'm talking about Super Saiyan. We all know why Super Saiyan Bardock is on Super Saiyan. It's honestly insane. If you don't have Bardock, don't run this team. I'm not sure where you came from. I'm not sure how you got to Dragon Ball Legends, but if you don't know about this team, quit the game. It's honestly shocking. This man gives every Super Saiyan in this game the chance to absolutely murder you in 3 cards. It's honestly insane how good this team is. The only downside to this team is the fact that they are fragile. Like, they are the definition of glass cannon. But they will whoop you if they get the lead, and they will honestly destroy you in 3 cards. You're going to think that you got Rising Rush by LF Gohan. That's how quick this team can finesse you. Number 11 goes to the tag rival universe. Just take every other character that's not from Universe 7 and put that on the team. It's honestly insane what they can do. They have the best units. I'm surprised why people don't run Jiren, Dispo, and Topo anymore. People is acting like that they're not good at the game anymore, and I just highly disagree with them. They have Vados, they have Hit now, it's like every other team besides Universe 7 ganged up on Universe 7 and just started just destroying them. It's honestly insane by how well and how good they synergize together, and that's why they have the number 11 spot. Finally, in the top 10, boys, let's start it off with the girls tag. And can we have a quick discussion real quick? Why they named it girls now? Is it because of Chilai? I think it's because of Chilai, because Chilai isn't really that much of a warrior, but everyone else kinda is, and they will destroy Chilai. But they changed it from female warrior to girls. That's honestly insane. But they synergize extremely well, so they probably will beat you in PvP, so that's why they're in the top 10. Number 9 goes to the tag Saiyans, and it could have gone either way with female warriors. Oh, sorry, girls, but Saiyans have units on top of units on top of units on top of units on top of units. It's honestly insane how many Saiyans are inside the game right now, and they all synergize extremely well. Well, most of them don't really buff each other, but they have such an amazing bench, you're gonna think that they're buffing each other. To give you a precise image of how many Saiyan units are inside the game, there's 113, and I guarantee you 80 of them is extremely viable till this day. And that's why they have the number 9 spot.
For number 8, we have Lilia J-Vival. The 3 that I recommend on this are Final Form Frieza, the red one, Green Golden Frieza, and First Form Frieza Purple LF. Those 3 buff each other majorly, and when you switch out from one of them, all they do is just buff each other again. And cooler, better version of Bardock, hands down.
Number 7 is Fusion Warrior. And honestly, if you need me to explain it to you, you are probably one of the newest players of all time in Dragon Ball Legends. Let me take it back to the first year anniversary. This person came out named Super Vegeta, and he dominated the meta for a year straight. He destroyed every region character, he destroyed any normal unit, he destroyed every tank, and it's not a surprise to see him get an LF on you. And the fact that they had released a red Vegito specifically to buffing that one Vegito was insane. And then you got Vegito Blue, and now you got Gogeta Blue. What are you gonna do? They all have a cover change, and it's honestly impossible to go through the defenses, and they hit like a truck. It's honestly insane to know that they are only on number 7 just because a few more tags is better than them. And let's get straight to it. For top 6, we got Hybrid Saiyans. Hybrid Saiyans is honestly an amazing team, and you're gonna start seeing a trend with me saying this. LF Gohan exists on that team, and if you don't know, LF Gohan is the best unit in the entire game, hands down. There's no competition. This unit will destroy you in 2 cards, and if he's the last stand unit, you might as well keep your Rising Rush until he is the last stand unit, because you're gonna die. If you're gonna get destroyed by Zenkai 7 Future Trunks, then you're gonna get absolutely murdered by a Zenkai 7 14-star LF Gohan. I'm not sure why they made this unit as broken as he is, but that's just what we're gonna have to deal with, and that's why this team is on number 6. Number 6. I'm not sure why I said this is 5. I'm retarded. Now finally breaking into the top 5, we go into Region. Region is probably one of the most defensive, most healing, most oppressing teams on this platform. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. This game is honestly insane due to the fact how crazy Region was. I remember when Zenkai Buu released and Super Baby 2 just would not let each other die. They would just buff each other, buff each other, buff each other, and heal, heal, and heal. It was honestly insane how much healing this team can do. And now that they have 2 Zenkai units that just absolutely murder the opposing team, it's hard to kill them and it's hard to defend them. And when you want to kill them, there's a high chance they can survive the Rising Rush. The only other character I think that can survive Rising Rush and better than Regen is probably Charlotte, and he is very, very conditional. Number 4 goes to LF Beerus, and I'm not going to put any bias right now. If I was about to show my bias, I'll put this team at number 1 just because there was UI Goku in the team. But they have top tier units, a really well balanced team. They all really buff each other really well, and now you can put LF Beerus on that team. It's honestly insane how much damage they can do, and I'm pretty sure everyone now can do some type of form of God to your team. No matter how new and how old you are, I'm pretty sure if you got shafted, you probably got a really good God team going on somewhere, somehow. Number 3 and number 2, both of those teams annoy the living life out of me. I'm not gonna censor in my words, but seriously, how in the world did they make these teams so broken that I just can't fathom top ranking on PvP? It's honestly insane how many times I will see a 14-star version of this team. But I'm gonna put Androids here first just because I hate Android 18. I love the fact that she's broken now, but I hate the fact that I gotta go up against how broken she is. There is no chance that you're gonna switch out any unit against that Zenkai 18. You can throw out a red unit at Android 18 and she'll still shred them. No Rising Rush needed. It's honestly insane how good this team is. You could throw a Zenkai 16 on that team now, And now what you gonna do? You can't kill him, and now they have perfect cell that could transform to super perfect cell. And if you think you're going to kill Android 16, either A, he's about to blow you up, or B, he's about to make Cell run into you the fastest way possible. It's honestly insane. It's either A, you Rising Rush, either 18 or 16, hopefully trying to kill them, and now you gotta deal with Cell jumping in, he dies, and now he comes back 3 million times stronger. What are you gonna do against the team? You got Android 18 shredding your entire party. You got Zenkai 16 taking all the hits. And now you got Cell running around everywhere taking all the hits just in case 16 looks like he's about to die. It makes no sense. And then 16 could be an amazing last stand unit. And this is why this team is either number 3 or number 2. It's up for you, and let's continue on. Number 2 is now Future. Future is an amazing team overall. I find the Androids and Future team annoying, but Future is just a little bit less annoying to me because I feel like they deserve it. They got Rage Trunks, the master of actual taking hits. And if you guys don't know, if you throw a Rising Rush, he loses all his timer counts and he's jumping right into that. And if they have him 14 stars, he isn't dying anytime soon. Nothing feels worse than thinking that you are about to kill this man and he's at 50 HP. And he decides to use 2 green cards on you, and now he's back at full HP. Like, who thought that was a good idea? And now the Future team turned into a hard-hitting team that can now get supports, and now they even hit harder. I'm talking about that purple Vegeta, that green Goku Black, and oh my goodness, that Zenkai Trunks is broken. He's basically the support version of Zenkai Gohan, and for the Future team, that's basically what he is. He does phenomenal blast damage. His blue car echoes way more than you expect it to, and he's reduced sub count. Like, what more can you ask for? Now you got Vegeta buffing everyone by 10% every time he does anything. He does a blast card 10%, blue card 30%, strike card 10%. It's honestly insane how good this team is without the support. And now some of the best units in that game is due to either the supports, the broken capability of their entire kit, or the fact that they can just tank through everything. And don't get me started on Merge Zamasu. Merge Zamasu is a beast on this team. You don't see him too often, but LF Gohan and Merge Zamasu, you gotta watch out for those guys' as blast cards and strike cards. I'm telling you, it will shred you without you even thinking. And now let's get to number 1. I'm pretty sure number 1 is a no-brainer. Now let me say it one more time. LF Gohan is the best unit in the entire game. There's no doubt about it. But you know why this makes this team number 1? Not because of LF Gohan. They got LF Namek Goku on that team too. And guess who's the 3rd unit that you can run? Another Zenkai unit. It's honestly insane. And you don't even have to run another Zenkai unit if you don't want to. You don't have to use Zenkai Kid Goku. You know what you can use? You can use Adult Gohan and you'll do just fine. The fact that you kill anyone on that team, you just make that team more powerful. What type of team do you know that does that? Rival Universe doesn't do that. Future doesn't do that unless you have Purple Vegeta. Literally, you can have Rising Rush to Namek Goku. LF Gohan is still there as the last stand unit. You could Rising Rush LF Gohan. Guess what? Namek Goku is ready to blue card your entire life away. You're going to be needing life support before that match even starts. It's honestly insane. 1 blue card, you're dead. 1 hit from Gohan, you're dead. Any type of supporting buffs, guess what? You're dead. Guess what? That dope Gohan, by the way, you ain't going to be able to hit that team because he locks everything. What are you going to do? Every time you switch to a unit, oh, yeah, let me think about it. I'm going to use my green against this blue unit. Guess what? You can't use the strike cards. I'm like, who does that? They made Sun Family the most broken team inside Dragon Ball Legends, and I am honestly disappointed that I don't have Gohan 7 stars yet because I would have used them already. I hate Zenkai, but I love Gohan, and this is the end of the video. I'm honestly surprised that the video is as long as it is. If this video does well, maybe I'll do like top 10 most beautiful animations inside Dragon Ball Legends. Number 1 probably Goku Black, let's be for real. He probably has one of the most beautiful animations, and I'm surprised that he's not an LF unit. But see you guys on the next one.